Back here in the studio on TV8 Summit with Christy Lee from KO Creative Design. And I have to tell you guys, this is one of my very best friends here in Summit County. We used to teach snowboarding together like a million years ago. But Christy Lee is the head of KO Creative Design, and let's just tell everybody what it is that you guys do.
Sure. KO Creative Design is a full-service web development group. We do everything web-related, mobile-related.
Okay. So that includes things like apps, mobile devices, things, well, mobile websites.
Mobile-specific websites, responsive web design, mobile apps, all of that.
Now, I was just out of town this weekend, and I was up in Seattle for a family reunion. And I was kind of doing some stuff on my phone, and I was trying to look this place up, and it was one of those things, like, it was really frustrating because I couldn't find what I was looking for, and I was like trying to shrink things, and it was really frustrating. And I know that you guys do mobile web design.
We do.
Why exactly is that, why is that important? Like, how does that work for someone that maybe has a small business?
Well, especially in a tourist town, but really anywhere, people are going to be looking at your website on their mobile device, and the last thing you want to do is turn them away. If they can't find what they're looking for quickly and easily, they're gone.
Yep.
They're moving elsewhere. Or they're frustrated, and that's not that's their first impression of your business, and that's not what you want it to be.
Exactly. Okay, so what does it take? I mean, it is something completely different to have a mobile site, right, compared to regular site?
Right. Well, you can do it a couple different ways. You can have a specific mobile site, or you could have the same site where the content is rearranged. Either way, we want the site to look good on the mobile phone, and we want it to be functional, is the point. So we will often rearrange the content, make the font size a little bit bigger, maybe even have, the focus beyond information that, like a contact information or directions that you'd be more likely to be looking for on a mobile device, something like that.
Now, I'm sure that, there's probably a lot of people out there, and maybe some of you guys have a small business, maybe you have a website, and you're like, it's fine. It's fine just the way it is. But why would you say that, having a mobile website is really that important? I mean, is there anything to back it up?
Well, we do have some statistics and stuff saying that about right now, 30% of users are coming from a mobile device. And more people, not even just the phone, but also the tablet. Instead of choosing the more expensive desktop for surfing the internet, they're choosing the tablet, which is kind of the in-between from the phone and the desktop.
Right.
Right. So it's 30% of users. That's 1 in 3 people are coming on a mobile device.
Gotcha. Okay. So that, I mean, in a town where most of our business is from tourism, you definitely don't want to turn those customers away. And what I do love is that you guys are located right here in Summit County, in Breckenridge. So if you've been thinking like, okay, you know what, my website's not really serving me the way that I want it to, or maybe it's just old, it needs to be updated, you guys can do that right here in town.
You can.
They don't have to go down to Denver. They don't have to, go to someone who doesn't understand the community that we have up here, which is very unique, as we all know. Now, what about people that maybe they have a website and maybe they'd like to just kind of revamp it a little bit? Can you guys do that?
We can do that as well. We do full website redesigns, whether or not you just need a few tweaks here and there, and maybe you want to do some marketing on it, or you want a complete overhaul.
Okay. Now, also something I should tell you guys is that here at TV8 Summit, Christy Lee and her team are just totally redesigning our website here at TV8 Summit, and we have given them a lot of work because we're completely overhauling it. And so coming up soon, you'll be able to see that. But right now, if you go to tv8summit.com, you'll realize why we want to change it so much, and why we looked these guys up in the first place to say, okay, we got to do something about this. So you can see the before picture right now at tv8summit.com. But if people want to get in touch with you, something that we found that was really great about it, because we wanted to do something about it, but we were kind of like, well, we don't have a whole lot of money to spend on it, and we were able to sit down with Christy Lee and do a free consultation just to even get that started. And that's not something that is just offered to us, that's something you offer to everyone, right?
Right. We'll sit down with you, discuss your project and what might be the next steps to move forward with it, some avenues that we think we can improve upon.
Okay, so really kind of takes the intimidation out of at least just getting started. So if you have any questions, you've been thinking about updating things, maybe you even have a great idea to create your own app. Christy Lee has an app, it's called Explore More, and this is something that we use. We go out hiking all the time together. My mom loves this app, but tell them why, what does it do?
So Explore More is an altimeter. It tells you your current altitude, but it also allows you to take a photo of where you are, and it stamps the photo with the altitude along the side there.
Yeah, love it. So if you're out and about exploring today, definitely a great thing to download. You can only do it on the iPhone, right?
Yes.
Okay, so look for it in the store there, Explore More, made right here in Summit County. You can document your adventures, make all your friends jealous on Facebook. All right, so again, if people want to get in touch with you, want to get that process started, get that free consultation, how do they do that?
So my website is kocreativedesign.com, and my phone number's on the screen.
All right, you guys, get in touch with Chrissy Lee and the team at KO Creative. You are going to be so glad that you did. We have to take another quick break here on Summit Sunrise, but we'll be right back.